Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the Kickstarter Mastermind. It's so good to see you all. Um, we'll begin with a quick round of some updates as to how we're doing. Um, yeah, I hope that you are doing well and that you had a really good week. I always just paste in the chat the list according to how Zoom gives it to me. So there is no specific order there. I'll begin by saying that this week I kept communicating with Destiny and Bernadette and getting the Kickstarter ready for launch. We might want to share some things with you today. It's been good, and I think I'm overcoming perfectionism and I'm overcoming I guess maybe anxiety, launch anxiety. So I'm happy to go through this process and having Destiny holding me on one side and Bernadette holding me on another side, and they're like making me cross the threshold. So I'm really happy about that. And I've been, like I told you last week, really diving into TikTok shops. I'm finding it the first fight that any company has been given to Amazon. So again, I'm seeing that this is the first thing after many years of Amazon having some sort of monopoly. That's the first time I'm seeing a real big company beginning to have like incredible sales. I'm seeing authors with thousands of sales a month. And I think it's very interesting. So I'm studying it so that eventually one day I'll be able to teach this to you guys and to share this with you. So that's my update. Next is Vicky and then Bernadette.
Okay, hello. Let's see. I feel like I did a lot this week, but what was it? We actually put out two updates this week because we squeezed another one in today. Some of you may have gotten it, which is good. That's because Christina, this is her update, but we produced a new cover. And we moved the beginning of the book around a little bit, which was scary to do that after we thought the manuscript was set. And that meant that the excerpt, which was the first few chapters, had to be redone. So we did a bunch of that kind of stuff, sort of, what's it called, like formatting. And then Christina can tell her part about then ordering more sample print copies as well. So my part of it was probably more the updates and updating the files, the Vellum files. We're using Vellum and things like that this week, I think.
Great. Well done. Thank you so much, Vicky.
Mm.
Next is Bernadette and then Christina.
For the YBT stuff, through some excellent collaboration between John, Destiny, and myself, we will be launching the Kickstarter this evening. The only thing we're really waiting on is one quick edit on the video. I'm really excited to see all of our hard work come to fruition. Um, Personally, Destiny and I are working on my own releases and discussing my own Kickstarter as well.
Yay! Well done. Thank you so much, Bernadette, for everything. And next is Christina and then Danielle.
So we received a very nice message about wanting a hardback. So this week I researched that, and we are doing a hardback with a jacket cover, and it's not so scary. And we've been working with our book designer to get the color, more color in the cover. So we can reveal that to you guys later. You can see what you think. There's still a few tweaks I'd like him to do. But so yeah, so now we changed our rewards. We added an add-on ebook, which people wanted. We have one more week to go, but we've tripled our initial ask. We promoted Danielle, we promoted you in our newsletter today, and Teresa, when you get us our banner, we'll send it out on Tuesday. So that's exciting as well. And now we're thinking about turning to next steps, like the whole, I mean, this has been such a journey, and you guys we could not have done this without this group. And now the next part of that journey, which is a little intimidating, is the fulfillment and just like how can we prepare for that? And what should we try to get ahead of? So we have one more week to go on Kickstarter. We're also part of Witchstarter, which is the witchy part of Kickstarter in October because we overlap a little bit. So we'll see if we get any more sales. But the big news is the hardback, and yeah, just having fans who are really interested, like sending us emails like I want the paperback and the hardback. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, we can try to do that. So yeah, kind of thrilling. Like, I don't know where these people are coming from necessarily. Vicky does a much better job with the analytics than I do, but yeah, it's been great. So
Well done. This is so exciting. And maybe later on, when you share with us some of the design, you can also dedicate a minute to telling us about which starter. I'd love to hear more. Thank you so much. And the next, Danielle, and then Destiny.
All right. Hi, everyone. Congratulations, Christina and Victoria. It sounds like a lot of fun and terrifying all at one time, but you're moving forward, which is really awesome. And I'm really happy about the hardback. For me, I launched on Tuesday. We're fully funded. We're $200 away from doubling our original funding and releasing the first stretch goal. So I'm excited about that. Now I just have to pick which one that will be. So yeah, just terrifying to launch, but once we kind of did it, it was pretty awesome. I did a couple updates and then I blasted out my newsletter as well with the ones that are in here and as well as some Witchstarter campaigns as well. So I'm going to try and do some socials as well on that instead of just my newsletter, but I got my manuscript back from the editor. So I've been busy working on that as well.
Wow, that's great. And we'd love to see maybe if you can share with us later on today a little bit of how it is to have your campaign running, and maybe I would love to hear some more. Next is Destiny and then Rachel.
Thought that you took mine. Anywho, so I will say, once the Kickstarter is launched, I will be taking the privilege of posting the link into the WhatsApp Mastermind channel, since one of the unfortunately doesn't have WhatsApp. But I am very, very excited for it to launch. We have some amazing stretch goals in mind, and we would we would like your opinion on them. Do I have permission on to say them, or do you want to?
You have permission to do everything in the later session in a few minutes when we'll do the actual. We'll see who wants to share. But yeah,
Thank you, John.
it's exciting, and thank you, Destiny, for your incredible leadership. Together with Bernadette. Now is Rachel, and finally Teresa after that.
So
Rachel.
my overly ambitious goal of finishing all the things I did not do all the things. I was like, I'll just draft everything. It's fine. Nope. However, I did make good progress. I actually now have 2 artists that I'm going to work for. One is going to do the map of the world, and one is going to do the little character pictures that you guys recommended to go next to the names of the characters. And I'm super excited about that. And they're both in the budget that I had for art. So perfect. And now no one has to look at my weird sketches. So I appreciate your diplomacy, everybody. It was just like I need to have a backup just in case everyone is busy. But it's so much better to work with like actual professional artists. So thank you all. And I also I don't know if I shared I got my developmental edits back. I think I shared that last week. I started going through them, and I'm just very thrilled with the revision process. I'm like, I think it's gonna be good. So
I love hearing how you're growing and you're doing all the right steps. So this is just really beautiful to see that, Rachel. Last but not least, it's not my fault that your name begins with a T.
That's okay. That's fine. I'm used to it now. Maybe I could show up a little later. Just kidding. Just kidding. So the last week has been really busy. I was hoping to get everything done so that I could have the ebook and digital deliveries sent today. I'm still working on that because we're flying out tomorrow morning. So I'm going to get it done today. I'm finishing up the epilogue for the second book. Still have to finish the third, and then I've got to do the recipe PDFs, and then it's done, and I can send it to proof for send it to print to get my proof copies, and then I can fulfill all the digital rewards. So it's been a very busy week doing all that. And I did want to say that I wrote in the acknowledgments because one of my levels was everybody who backed would have their names in the acknowledgments. And I also was specifically mentioning this group and specifically you, John, too, because you've done such an amazing job shepherding all of this and herding all these cats. So it's just been, thank you.
That's great, and that's very moving. And this only happened because of your commitment, Teresa. So it's thank you for the kind words. All right, you guys, who wants to share? Show me a hand. So we have Destiny, we have Christina.
What kinds of things can we share?
Like things that you want to consult about. It can also be a personal, your personal Kickstarter for sure.
Okay, then me too, please.
So we have 3 people: Bernadette, Destiny, and Christina, and Rachel. Danielle, no. Okay. Teresa, no. Okay. So good. So we have 4 people. Let's do 5 minutes each. And let's do the following order. So Destiny, Christina, Bernadette, and Rachel. I'm going to ask who wants to be the moderator, because I'm going to I want to munch while we're talking today. Who wants to be the moderator for the next 20 minutes, ensuring that we are not overdoing 5 minutes? Any
I
volunteer?
can.
Okay, perfect. So Bernadette is going to make sure, and when Bernadette is showing time, Bernadette, please show time at 4 minutes, and then at 5 be abrupt and move on. All right, so Destiny, it's the mic is yours, and Bernadette, the hosting is yours.
Okay, greetings everyone. So, we are very, very hopeful that this thing will get fully funded. So, in case it does get fully funded, we have trestles. And we don't know what we're doing with trestles. So here are the trestles, and someone tell us if this is a good idea. So, the first one is professionally done praised edges in black with a 750. And when we say professionally done, we mean we did someone else not in company to do it. And then professionally done praised edges gold 900. Audiobook with for solo drawing to do 1,000. And then the one I really hope we did too is the professionally done plate edits with designs with a 2,500. What are your guys' thought processes?
What did you mean by professionally? Did you say professionally done? What did you mean by that?
By professionally done, we mean we pay for someone else to play as it for us. Pay for someone who knows how to do it and knows how to do it well. Within us.
My thought about that is that if they're going to back, they're going to. I mean, I would find a different way to phrase it because you're going to, if you want them to back it, then by saying professionally done, it sounds like that you guys aren't professionals, but you are. So I would just find a different way to phrase that. Maybe like an upgrade or something.
I like upgrade.
I had a question with the sprayed edges because the rest of them sound like really good things to like unlock. And I'm just wondering, I feel like a lot of people are really obsessed with sprayed edges. And I'm wondering if having that be part of the initial offer or I don't know, I'm just trying to think like is there, because I'm wondering if you'll actually, if that's part of like the initial offer, if people will just back it more because they really like sprayed edges with designs and stuff. So
Play Dead is amazing. It's very nifty and makes brain happy. And I I will say the only reason we don't have it as a reward tier itself is because Dawn doesn't want to do it herself. And so Tresto is so we can afford to pay someone else to do it for us.
2-minute warning.
that makes sense. So
Where, I have a question. Where are you guys planning on getting your books printed at? Because a book vault does sprayed edges, and it's like a euro extra or a pound extra for the sprayed edges, or two, depending on the size of the book and stuff. So it might be something you kind of tie in there if you're doing the print on demand.
That is
A
a
John
good
question.
question.
That's a John question.
Okay, yeah, I would maybe just look into that because I'm including the sprayed edges on mine, and I was like, oh man, that's going to be so much. But it was actually just, I don't think it was too big, but it's going to depend on your size and then like that much. So if it's just $1 or $2 per book extra, then it might be worth just to include it initially to get those initial backers. But just, yeah, you'll just have to check it out. But that's my suggestion on for that. But
Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, we'll check Book Vault and we'll check the options that we have. We haven't really gotten there yet. And
I did a little bit of that research, John, and I found out that it's only Book Vault in the UK who does those bespoke sprayed edges. So, and that added a whole extra layer of expense. And Book Vault here doesn't do that. But just today I got an email that they are going to, Book Vault US is going to start with the 150-gram premium paper. So if your book has color illustrations, that's going to be great. But Ingram, I talked to them, I had a conference call with them, and they don't do that. I didn't get that far with Lulu, but I did talk to Book Vault too, and they didn't do that. So I'd be curious as to who does that in the US. I mean, I know that there are other publishers too that I didn't go into, but yeah, I'd be curious to find out.
Yeah, that was
10
the reason I
seconds.
didn't go with sprayed edges, was because I'd have to get it from the UK then. And I thought, well, I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible. But if you guys are doing a dust jacket, then that has to be out of the UK for Book Vault too. So are you doing a dust jacket?
What is a dust jacket?
That's the outside cover of a hardcover book.
Oh,
It's the removable one.
Yeah.
oh, that.
That's a
I
John
don't-
question too.
That
Okay.
is on.
Because if you're going to do a dust jacket, then you've already have to, and if you'd already have to, if you're using Book Vault, get it shipped from UK. But if you're not, then yeah, what Christina said about adding in the sprayed edges means then you would have to switch from US to UK, which adds, tariffs potentially and shipping and time. It takes longer. So it just adds another layer, as Christina said.
I need a buzzer. Time's up. So on to Christina.
Well, I'm very interested in the sprayed edges, so you'll have to let me know. And Ingram does do a dust jacket, so I can share the new cover. Let's see. Am I sharing my screen? Can you see this cover? Or not?
I
Can you
can
see?
see it.
Okay, let me see if I can make us smaller here. So this is the new the new cover. We had the designer add some, I think we're going to change, well, you can tell us too what you think, but we added some color, different, this was all pretty much black and white and a little bit of red. So this is the paperback cover. And we had a couple of suggestions for the designer, but I just wondered if you guys had any thoughts about this. I was trying to, I mean, we'd like to do it like a bespoke cover, but as I said, the Book Vault is just too expensive in the UK, so there was no way to do that. But any comments on the cover?
What program are you using there to make that?
Oh, I didn't do it.
Oh.
No, the designer, we worked with 100 covers, the ebook designers, and they did this.
Yeah. This looks great to me. My experience with printing on black background is that the font has to be in bold. I'm afraid that what you have on the spine at the bottom, your two names, is not going to be visible enough. And I'm afraid that some of the thin areas of the fonts in the back might. So just make sure that you have a good sample, one sample, before you print 100 and it's a little bit dark to read. But otherwise it looks gorgeous.
Oh, good. Did you like the bluish color here?
Yeah,
Supposed to be the river, but for some reason it bleeds over, but that's okay.
lovely, lovely.
Okay.
Very eerie, witchy, lovely.
Yeah. I like the
Yeah.
pop of the red in the title itself. I would also be concerned about the red in the back on the back cover, that might be harder to read because it doesn't look like from this that it's as bright as the spine, because the spine red is really bright. But the red on the back looks a little darker. So maybe if that can be brightened up some, or maybe with bold as John suggested. But yeah, it looks really good. And I like the blue kind of gives it that supernatural glow.
That's what we were going for, yes.
I love it. I think that's perfect, and perfect for Witchtober or whatever it's called on Kickstarter. So way to tie that in.
Oh, thanks. Vicky probably knows more about Witchstarter than I do. Vicky, do you want to say a few words? Because you applied for us.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, we also went to a information session. And I think some of you may have done that too, because you're on Witchstarter also. It's not totally clear to me what their promotion is. I mean, it's clear that it's a kind of a searchable category. It's a tag that all of the approved campaigns get a tag. So if you wanted to search for Witchstarter, you could get, our book and Danielle's and it would come up. But it's not clear to me if they do other promotion for us or they just encourage us to reach out to other people who are in the program to do swaps or something.
I think in October they'll really be pushing it in their newsletters and stuff like that for like when it's actually going on. I'm pretty sure they have like a whole little campaign, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it's true that it hasn't started yet, maybe. It's just the tags.
1 minute warning, sorry.
That's been great. Do you think that there's anything with the World War II that we can apply for this Witchtober, or is it anyway closed, or do you think I can submit?
It was a pretty straightforward like process. Like they just have you do like a link, and then if it had kind of some sort of element that I don't even know, like mine doesn't have anything. I guess it's thriller, so I guess it's kind of Halloween-y. But if you could try and think of it, I feel like you could do it.
Okay.
I'm going to put the link in the chat so you can.
Thank you, Christina.
And then just ask ChatGPT ideas on how to incorporate it, so it'll be your sales point.
I love that.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Just thank you.
Okay. Then I will get it reset for the next person. Oh, me. Okay. All right. So, essentially the main thing that I'm wanting to ask about is I am in no way skilled to make videos. So for my Kickstarter program, I'm interested in getting more information about getting videos made. It has to be free because I'm poor. Other than that, I have a friend who makes videos, but she's kind of weird and sent me something with all these flashing odd things. I don't know. I felt like I stepped into some kind of mind control room. So that's not working out. Looking for advice.
I don't think you're gonna have to do a little bit to make them yourself if you want to do them free, unfortunately. But what I did with mine, because I just redid it, is I just used the free version of ChatGPT and had it give me ideas of basically what I wanted my book trailer to be, and then what images I could pull, and then you can just search those images in Canva. I think they can do it in the free version as well. And then I would just put the picture there and then just put a text over it. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but like you could get a pretty, I mean, a good enough one done yourself that way. And if you really have no creative juices, just like I said, I use ChatGPT for ideas because it gives me something and then I can't find that picture. So I use something else and it becomes completely my own on that aspect. So,
Okay. That's all I needed or all I wanted to ask.
And for the chat GPT, which is great because I did that when I was just creating the video for my own because I was freezing. Not that I didn't not a book trailer, but just I had it, I said analyze the, top, 5, 10 or funded Kickstarters in my genre, analyze the videos, and then, draft a script based on those, on those top ones. And so that then it helped me. That's where I started with, and then you just kind of go from there. But so if you've got book trailers that you really like, because chat has the access to the internet, you could have it review others and say, can you help me create a video in this style?
Does ChatGPT create videos?
not videos. You'll have to, it'll tell you how to make it. It won't really make a video for you. It'll be a
Okay.
still picture with like your writing or whatever with that transition to the next one. You could have it make the images for you if you want. I see a few campaigns doing that, but it won't be a video.
Okay.
I do think they have Sora now, though, which does video. Joanna Penn has a lot of stuff on that.
Yeah, or
How do you
mid.
spell that?
Yeah, Midjourney does. Yeah,
Oh,
But I don't know
how do
anything.
you spell the Sora one that you mentioned?
Sora.
Oh, just like it sounds. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If no one else has anything, we'll go ahead and move on. There's just about a minute and a half left anyway.
I did hear of another one. I don't know the pricing on it, but it's like Nano Banana or something from Gemini, and I think they might do videos as well. Something banana, Nano Banana or something.
Okay. Cool beans. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Next up is Rachel, and I'm going to reset the clock for you right now. You've got 5 minutes.
Okay. So I realized that let me just ask this because I was thinking I wanted to get the sense of like some of the copy that I have in the story section. But I'm thinking given that it's a bunch of like text, I should probably just send that link to you guys. Does that sound better? But I also wanted to show you guys, I was kind of playing with some different ways of like mocking up some of the tiers. And I just wanted to, if it's okay, I'll screen share.
Share the screen.
Okay. So hang on, sharing the screen. Okay, so this is kind of one version I made of like, this is the hardcover book and it's costs $45, but I feel like it might be a
We
lot.
can't see anything. It's a black
Oh.
screen.
Okay. How about now?
Let's give it another minute.
There we go.
Now it's up? Okay. So I'm not sure if this is just like too much of color and shape and stuff going on. So I'm thinking it'll probably be like size-wise, it'll be like this size. I'll click on this part so it doesn't highlight the text in the same way. So I just kind of wanted your thoughts on that versus doing something more like just having the background be white. I tried your guys' recommendation of like the mock-up picture, to have this be like the tier that has like the audiobook, the ebook, all of that. So I was curious, what do you guys think about that?
From my experience, I think the mock-up one with the white background will be easier to use in the long run for you because I did a whole bunch of like what kind of cool graphics at the beginning, like your first one. And then when I went through to do the rewards, I had to go back through and upload again and take away all of that stuff because you couldn't see the clear picture. The first one I do like, but if you just took the kind of little border out of it, it might make it a little bit easier to read. So if you're really set on that one, yeah, you just have to take out those little other pieces because I think it's really creative and really fun. You could use that for the rewards maybe in the copy itself. But I like your cover a lot too. I think that's really fun.
I will also applaud the cover that's the sort of trouble that one of my fancy level friends would fit on just for the trouble alone. Like that trouble is magnificent.
Awesome. I worked with Mibble Art and I am so grateful because they did such a nice job. I love the cover. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So yeah, and it still has the cover. It's just, it's just got all the pictures of everything.
Yeah, and I think if everyone's going to be drawn to the cover, then you don't want anything to distract from that. So like that's a really eye-catching image right there.
Okay.
As well. And you could do how you did the pricing in the first one, like the little circle with that. Like you could do that on that one, and I don't think it would be too much, like overpowering, but it gives that a little bit of that, jazz.
Yeah, I could do that. So like if I just can I do it right now? Probably not. I probably should just not try. I will probably freeze it up, but so I could put something like in the corner up here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. And then once I have like art, the art will go in as well. So because I can show you guys I will bring it over onto the screen here. This is
Before with
oh,
if you add the pricing on the mock-up, which I think that would be great, like right in that corner. The font for the $45, if you could have it more similar to what you have in the subtext on the cover.
yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. This is like Mibble. I might have to pay them more to make numbers in this
1
one.
minute warning.
Okay. Well, or you could just go through Canva or Google Fonts and see if there's one that looks a little more similar than the one that you've got, but just something with a little more of that.
This is what I have for the banners, and I think it's
Ah.
closer. So I could use this one,
Yeah.
and just take that into yeah, I think it's something. Yeah, but if I said it's like if this is, I don't remember how much it costs, but if it's here, and I think this is I think it's this one. And I could make it, nice and big. It's closer. So I'll see what I can find.
Just one more thing. You don't need the word book in the $45. It said hardcover book. I think you just need the word hardcover.
Hardcover.
And I
Okay.
do like the white. Your cover is you're colorful that you don't need any of the extras, as everyone's pointing out. But I do wonder if you could just make a little blue box the same color as the dragon there, behind the 45.
Like here, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
could
blue
make a box or a circle
or
or something.
circle, whatever, with that same blue color. It would tie it all together. And I'm not a designer, so take that with a grain of salt. But
Yeah, because I played with I was like red and the blue, the dragon. I'm like, which one do we pull from? So, yeah.
Time's up.
Thanks, everybody.
Well done, everyone. I see that we have a few more minutes. Do you mind if I also go, or does anyone? Yeah, okay. So I'm dropping here in the chat the current version of what we have, and if you can maybe share we have applied much of the feedback that we received from you. If there's anything else that you think we should be mindful of before we launch or after we launch.
It looks pretty good to me. I like it. My only question would maybe be under the story if your paragraphs are too long for the mobile version. Because it looks great on here, but then when I went to do my phone, I was like, oh my gosh, like a huge wall of text, and it was only like 3 sentences in this version. So if that's the case, you might just have to break it up with another image. But yeah, you'll just have to check the mobile version of that.
So possibly an image between the first and the second paragraph, just so that it's not overwhelming text on the mobile app.
Yeah, that I had something similar happen, and that was like the number one thing everyone said for me to switch on it. So I just added two images, and that was like fix the problem, and it was an easy fix.
Perfect. Anything else?
Yeah, I think it looks great. And actually, last week I was house sitting for a friend who is very interested in the Holocaust and these stories. And I shared your campaign with her, and her face just like, oh, so she'll be backing. Just so you know. So, I mean, because I shared the preview page. So I hope,
Yeah.
because I thought it looked great. And so she's very excited about it. So.
That's great, Teresa. Thank you so much. That's so exciting.
I don't have any other comments. I think it looks really good.
Okay.
Me
Great.
too. I think I love the clean campaign. It's just very clean and uncluttered, and yeah, it's just really well done. From the images to the candle, the picture of you. Um, my only is in the title. I
Yeah, you
and
don't like
just
that it doesn't have the book name in the title
no,
and
just at the very title, it has. I do this. This is my day job, so it has help and help twice. Um, help kids remember, help publish, or
Hmm.
so that's the only thing.
so you would take either help away from the subtitle or from the title, yeah?
Or or you could say you can help publish The Boy Under the Floorboards, just so it's not starting with help and help twice, something like that. Help kids remember the past, a middle grade Holocaust novel, or I would have put the title, The Boy Under the Floorboards,
Mm.
as
Wait,
The Boy Under the Floorboards, a middle grade holistic novel, because then you have the SEO part. I don't know how much, I don't understand all the algorithms at Kickstarter, but it's the title. And then you could say, help publish this powerful Holocaust novel based on a true story of survival. And you don't have to repeat it because the title is so tiny under there, even though it's in the video. That's just me, but I don't know if
that's
anybody else thinks so.
great feedback.
I would agree with that. And I think that you can another thing that I think they said in like one of the Kickstarter help thing, like the FAQ things, was like to avoid repeating words in the title and in the little subtext. Because like when people search for things, I think both of them will flag it.
Yeah.
So if you put the title, The Boy Under the Floorboards, a middle grade Holocaust novel, and then you could say, because like talking about what it's about, um, might make more sense because you could take if you had the title The Boy Under the Floorboards in the main title, a middle grade Holocaust novel, you could say then underneath it, help kids remember the past. But it's also, I feel like to me, it's like the way you talked about it, what inspired me with it was the fact that it's not just that they're remembering the past, you're inspiring them to be who they can be.
Mm.
And I wonder, like, maybe in that subtext you could say something more towards that, um like something like The Winter Under the Floorboards, a middle grade Holocaust novel, and then something like um give kids a superhero just like them, like a powerful Holocaust novel based on the true story of survival.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Rachel. That's wonderful. Good food for thought. Anything else? All right, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for, this page is very much thanks to you. And thanks to Destiny and Bernadette working every day on making this look as good as it does. So thank you and congratulations, Destiny and Bernadette, for this.
Yeah, that title subtitle thing would take us like 2 minutes to fix. I'm not worried about that. It's like a 2 minute fix plus 50 button. Life is good, so I'm happy.
Okay, great. Let's write in the chat what we're committing to for the next week.
And can I just pop in? I just want to say one insight that I found really valuable.
Please.
On your dashboard, like when you go and start marketing your campaign, you have the option of making your own tags to send out to. So like you have one for Instagram or LinkedIn or your mailing list, and you can have it use that, and it'll be a specific link so you can track to see where your marketing efforts are working. So like at the beginning of the week, I blasted it to all my social media and my newsletters and everything, and it takes a minute to go through. It doesn't take any time to create it. You just have to copy and paste it in. But now I can see where I should be spending more of my efforts instead of maybe less, instead of running myself thin trying to do it all. So that's something I would definitely do in the setup and start promoting it now, because you could promote your pre-launch with those as well. So you can just kind of get an idea. So that's my biggest insight, I think, so far.
Great. Those specific dedicated links that have these pixels in them so that we know where people come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. Thank you, Danielle.
And I had a question, if there's a minute for it. I just wanted to ask, because I love your author photo on the Kickstarter, and I'm just curious, like, how did you decide that particular photo? Because I think, like, I don't know, I had a couple people say, like, I showed photos to a group, and folks were like, oh, that one's really friendly, but this one looks like more like what I'd expect to see on the back of a book. And so I'm curious, just like how you came to that decision and the rush and then behind it and all that.
That was actually me.
Yeah,
So, how I came to that decision is I went through and just like, okay, middle grade novel, children, friendly. We need a friendly vibe and not a way too professional preschool looking vibe. Way too professional preschool looking vibe or middle grade is creepy. We don't want creepy. We want friendly. So I went through and saw the most friendly, warming, soothing pistol I saw, and also I love that sweater, and put that in. That's my thought process. Sorry if I embarrassed you, Don.
Oh, I think you're 100% right, and I think, Rachel, that just teaches us all about the power of masterminds. Like, without the mastermind of Destiny and Bernadette, I would have never chosen that picture. I had no clue that this. I thought of me like, and maybe Destiny, we should also change the picture of the profile. You know, the John Keys author. Maybe that's round
I
circle.
just see about doing that, yeah.
Yeah, let's maybe think about doing that. And so because I think you're right.
Can you please resend the drive link then? Because if I go looking for it, I might lose my sanity.
No worries, I'll send you the new drive link. Yeah. So yeah, Rachel just masterminding. Good. So everyone typed in the chat. Christina, do you want to ask it out loud?
Oh yeah, Danielle just wrote that you're going to do a Kickstarter giveaway on Instagram, and I just wondered what that was. What does that entail?
So my sister was just in town, and she's a marketing director for Hospitality Group, and she told me that we should be doing this. And so basically it'll be a couple days on Instagram where you just kind of it'll be like the image of my Kickstarter of what it is. And for every person that you tag or like comment on, but I think you tag a friend, like tag a friend who would like this book, and for each friend you tag, you get a raffle. And then that raffle will be like a book, one like a hardback book or a paperback book. So I'd probably do like one winner would get a free hardback, and then two people would get a free ebook. So then you're just kind of spreading the word around too. And then they're encouraging it to share with their friends. So the initial image will be my Kickstarter. So people may or may not go sign up for that, but the more people that they tag, the more eyes will get on it
Right.
in the long run. So when I get that all sorted out, I can let you guys know. So I'm going to pick her brain a little bit to make sure so she knows how to do it. So I'll make her do it for me, and then I'll share so we don't have to waste our time.
I love that. I love that. I want to I think it's an amazing idea, Danielle, and I would love for us to do it as well. There is like a caveat of extra attention that should be put, if I may say, on making sure that the giveaway comes away like it's out of Kickstarter and is not affiliated with Kickstarter, just because of Kickstarter's terms of service and it being against raffles. Just double
So
check.
I was thinking about that as well, because I know we talked about that in the thing, but since I'm not putting anything in the Kickstarter about a raffle, like you're not, if
Exactly.
you're backing, you're not doing that. I think it's just the image linking to my Kickstarter, but it's just more about sharing, just getting it out there. But you're right, I should double check because I don't want to screw that up.
Double check because I don't want anyone to report to Kickstarter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just make sure this is a danielbloom.com raffle, not
Mhm.
affiliated with Kickstarter. I think it needs to
Mhm.
appear somewhere. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you. I'm gonna write that down.
Excited for you. All right, good. So I think everyone wrote down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. All right, you guys. So thank you so much. And thank you, Bernadette, for co-hosting. I loved that you enabled me to eat my salad. I am looking forward to seeing you all, same place, same time, next Friday. Thank you all. Have a wonderful weekend and a beautiful, productive week.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
John. Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thanks.